If anyone cheats, they're going to be kicked off the stage.
And Mr. Lammers, did you also say that there's no friends with this? There's no friendships if you play this game? Oh, okay, I get you. All right, so today what we've got the advisor team and the student team, similar to how we did for this game last year. This game's Name That Tune again. But we also thought we would add in a staff team this year. So this is the behind the stage, what makes everything go on. You know, the guy on the left with the 2 ties on, it's not like we're a good-looking bunch, so it's whatever happens there. All right, so the game we have is Name That Tune, and instead of movie theme this year, it is going to be a Name That TV Show theme song. So who here is good with their TV shows, right? We think we'd be good, yeah? Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Last year, in order to answer what song was playing, the contestants had to run and grab a banana, right? And the thing was, if you broke the banana or ripped the banana in any way, you lost a point. Well, it's pretty hard to wreck that banana. So this year, we've actually got eggs, because I missed breakfast this morning, so I thought I'd bring them on in here, and we'd scramble them up here on stage, and we could all eat some breakfast.
Yeah, Tony. Last year, my banana got ruined, so I'm really hoping these eggs last so I can actually eat this year.
Did the banana really get ruined? I can't remember.
I couldn't eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I sacrificed it for this.
Well, see, we really can't ruin the eggs because we're either going to get them sunny side up or scrambled, so either way, it'll be good.
Someone's going to get messy.
Definitely. So what's going to happen is we have a playlist of songs lined up again, and as soon as a song starts playing, you can take as much time to stand here with your team and think about it, talk about it, and then one of you has to run and grab the egg without breaking it. If you grab the egg and you're that team, as soon as the egg's grabbed, the music will stop and you have to try and guess what it was. If you get it right, Lexi will put a point up on the board. If you get it wrong, nothing happens. The next team, we can go around and we'll figure that out. Guess we didn't think that far. If you break the egg, we deduct a point. So it could get real messy and we could go negative on points real fast.
So we have to walk back to our team and then answer?
No, you'll answer right at the stool. You'll answer right at the stool. I will meet you at the microphone. Great question, Mr. Rowan. Anything else? All right, so if my audio guys and tech guys are ready back there, we are going to let the first song play. Now, everybody has to be in their seat for this, so we got to be sitting down. I just did. All right, so when you hear that song, go for that egg.
Here's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
The Brady Bunch.
That is correct. That is a point for our staff. Keep it there. All right, what do we got next?
Oh. MASH.
That is correct. That's one for our advisors. All right, students, what's going on over there? They're trying. They are trying. Let's give our students some encouragement up here, okay? Let's hear it. All right, what's our next song?
Times you wanna go where everybody knows your name. And they're all glad you came.
Cheers.
Cheers. There you go. That's what it is. All right, let the students answer one. All right.
Full House.
Whatever happened to
I don't know if you could hear her, but she says, sorry, I watch Netflix. So, yikes.
I think our students spent a little too much time preparing for state convention, right, guys?
Weird.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
No TV time for them.
All right, what do we got next? All right, man with the yellow shirt and 2 ties, what do you got for us?
Law and Order.
That would be correct. All right, let's work the kid. All right, students, we got a lot of work to do here.
Good job, staff.
CSI.
Yeah, that's correct. All right, students, I don't know what to tell you. What's going on? Let's hear from the students for a second. All right, what's going on over here? What's the tough part?
Really? I think it's the age difference.
I think she's on to something there, guys. Man, we're pointing fingers up here. They were right. There will not be friends after this. Long rides home. All right, so what do we got next?
The Simpsons.
That is correct. There we go. Friends.
Friends.
That is correct. So, like when we put these together, the idea is that the students dominate, you know. So I don't know what's going on here. You guys don't watch TV. That's a good thing. They're always outside working hard with their SAEs. That's what's going on. Let's hear it for the students. All right.
Two and a Half Men.
That is right.
Hey, I'm going to direct our attention here to our scoreboard. We all know that our students need a little help, but our staff is up 6 points. Advisors, you have 3. Students, we won't talk about you. Let's get a cheering section. We're going to cheer for each one, okay?
All right. Who is cheering for our advisors over there? Let's hear it. Who is cheering for our staff? What about our students? There we go, it's away. All right, here's the deal. We're running out of time here, so we only have time for one more. This next one takes the whole game. So, all that work for nothing. All that work for nothing. That's just how it goes, man, with the 2 ties. All right, what is it? What team was that? Who broke it? I think because of this, the 2 teams that were bullies up here are disqualified, and we have a winner, our student team! Thank you all for competing. You did great work.
What show is this?
Parks and
If
Rec.
Michael Tupper would please come to the stage and clean up his broken egg, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, everyone, so that concludes our Name That Tune game TV edition. Tony and I will be back between the next 2 sessions right before getting y'all pumped up to learn about FFA.
That's for sure. All right, make sure we keep that media challenge going on. Get those pictures taken, right, Lexi?
Yes, sir. Hashtags FFA IA 16. Oh my gosh, guys, I need breakfast.
Well, we got some now, so.
FFA SLC 16.
Should be good. Thank you much. I hope you enjoyed the game.
Thanks, guys.
The Secretary's desk has a few announcements at this time. If you are an award recipient for this session, please find your way to your seats. Could the advisors please stop by the Iowa State Fair booth to pick up your Iowa State Fair tags? Again, State Fair tags are available at the State Fair booth. And also, could we please clear all of the aisles on the floor as we have massing of the flags this morning? Again, let's please clear the floor, clear the aisles on the floor for massing of the flags this morning. Since 1947, FFA members from across the state have joined together to create the Iowa FFA Band. This year, 80 high school members are growing their musical abilities and sharing their talents with us today. Under the direction of Mr. Nate Slutton of Earlham, it is our pleasure to present the 2016 Iowa FFA Band. Please help us in thanking the Iowa FFA Band for their wonderful performance. All proficiency winners, please find your seats located on the floor. We have a correction. All proficiency winners, please find your seating located in section 133. Any other award recipients, please find your seats and take them now.
Agriculture. Agriculture is for everyone.
100 years ago, farmers provided food for their family.
But today, farmers provide
Food, fuel, and fiber.
for multiple families.
Farming doesn't get easier, we just get stronger.
Each day, there are more and more people in the world.
But the amazing part is,
Farm and ranch families make up only 2%.
2% of the U.S. population.
Farming doesn't get easier.
we just get
We just get stronger.
And yet, there's much more to agriculture than just food and fuel.
Agriculture provides things like textiles,
Pharmaceuticals,
Batteries.
Crayons.
carpets,
and hundreds of other unexpected products.
As FFA members, it's our role to lead the next generation of farmers.
continuing to use advanced technology
To do our jobs more efficiently.
Helping to produce more innovative products,
for even more people.
while protecting the environment for future generations.
Farming doesn't get easier.
We just get stronger.
And as they have been for nearly 100 years,
The Iowa Farm Bureau is there.
To support us.
As we farm stronger.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is Iowa's largest grassroots farm organization.
they're a voice for agriculture.
Representing more than 159,000 Farm Bureau member families.
A proud sponsor of this year's leadership conference
The Iowa Farm Bureau provides funding
For the FFA Enrichment Center,
and millions of dollars in scholarships.
For students pursuing ag degrees.
keeping Iowa's farm legacy going is important to the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Which is why they developed a young farmer program.
to connect with young farmers from around the state.
And provide them with tools to help them grow their farm business.
The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in us.
The leaders of the Farm Stronger generation.
That's why they're also the sole title sponsor.
Of the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
Celebrating student and athletic achievement.
Iowa Farm Bureau members are known for being farm strong.
And they are excited to see every one of us.
Iowa's FFA leaders.
As we farm stronger.
As we farm stronger today and into the future.
Growing safe, wholesome food.
While protecting Iowa's land and water.
How strong are you? Stop by the Iowa Farm Bureau booth in the Ag Career Show and take a swing at the Farm Strong Boxer for a chance to win some great prizes, like these awesome Farming Stronger t-shirts. See you there.
Iowa FFA. Are you ready for day 2? I said, are you ready for day 2? Get ready for the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference as we welcome our 2015-2016 Iowa FFA State Officer Team. Your North Central State Vice President from the Iowa Falls FFA Chapter, Brandon Hansen. Your Northeast State Vice President from the New Hampton FFA Chapter, Elissa Ross. Your Southeast State Vice President from the Lone Tree FFA Chapter, Hunter Catfish Hamilton. Your Northwest State Vice President from the South Central Calhoun FFA Chapter, Haley Burley. Your South Central State Vice President from the Earlham FFA Chapter, Erica Baier. Your Southwest State Vice President from the Southwest Valley FFA Chapter, Kayla. Your State FFA reporter from the Algona FFA Chapter, Amanda Anderson. Your State FFA Secretary from the West Liberty FFA Chapter, Kayla Kaalberg. Your State FFA President from the New Hampton FFA Chapter, Michael Topper. And your State Executive Secretary Treasurer from the Guttenberg FFA Chapter, Mr. Scott Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2015-2016 Iowa FFA State Officer Team.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the second general session of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
If they're at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duty's there.
Through this door, past many friends of the FFA, it is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duty's there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom could accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce that at the second general session of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, we have set a record at 5,420 FFA members, advisors, and guests from over 213 chapters, Mr. President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this, the second general session of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. Yesterday, we recognized organizations that have amplified their support of FFA, CDE winners that rose above the rest, and heard an outstanding message from Dr. Rick Rigsby. This morning, we will recognize members and chapters that amplify their lives in service to both FFA and agriculture. We amplify our lives every day we zip up this blue corduroy jacket. The passion with which we serve others is endless. Let's use that passion here today as we kick off day 2 of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Your second session chairs both share a love of the farm life and anything with copious amounts of sugar. While one wakes up when the other goes to bed, these two have dedicated work ethic and following their dreams of impacting others. One aspires to be a veterinarian, while the other is following her love of working with people. Although these two officers may not be the best at having clever comebacks, their passion for serving the FFA and its members is second to none. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to introduce to you your second session chairs, State Reporter Amanda Anderson and Southwest State Vice President Michaela Dolch.
We about that action, honor, integrity, boost up your impact, up into infinity, electrify your voice, speak out, crank it up until it leaves no doubt.
Sprint into a life where we never settle, getting to the next level, boost your impact, be influential, make ourselves known and show them our potential.
Amplify our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify FFA. Amplify our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify.
Michaela, what are you doing?
Oh, hey Amanda, check out this new move.
Michaela, what are you thinking?
I thought you said it was game time.
No, silly, not that kind of game time. The second session of the 88th Annual Iowa FFA Conference.
Oh, I better get my head in the game.
FFA members and guests, good morning and welcome to the second general session of the 80th Annual Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. While Michaela is busy getting her head in the game like basketball star Troy Bolton, we will have the opportunity to experience even more endless talent. Now, just like Troy, Michaela was a high school basketball star. But for everyone else here, talent may mean something completely different. For example, Iowa Secretary of Agriculture, Bill Northey, uses his talent to share his immense agricultural knowledge with our great state. Not to mention our proficiency winners who excel in their SAE projects every day. In addition, we will witness the talent of Iowa FFA chapters through the National Chapter Awards Program and state officers through their retiring addresses. FFA members, get excited for the second general session of the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference.
Whether it be through our SAE projects, participating in contests, or serving our communities, FFA members boost their impact everywhere they go. Farm Credit Services of America helps FFA amplify as our second session sponsor. Their generous donation to our program allows us to continue promoting leadership in agriculture throughout Iowa. Please help me in thanking Mr. Jim Canute of Farm Credit Services of America for their sponsorship.
On behalf of the FFA members sitting before everyone today, we would like to present our sponsor with the limited edition theme semi-truck and thank them for their outstanding contributions. Thank you, Farm Credit Services of America.
There has never been a time when agriculture faced bigger challenges, when it required as much expertise, when it carried greater risk, or when it held more attraction. And never has there been a lender more committed to grow the next generation than Farm Credit Services of America. Farm Credit Services of America is built to serve agriculture, built like no other. A cooperative, owned by its customers, farmers and ranchers, many of whom are young and starting on their own, and many more who remember what it was like when they were once young and starting on their own. Here, helping the next generation grow in agriculture is more than a desire. It is central to our mission, a way of giving back to those we serve and supporting the rural life we value so highly. It is an investment in the most fundamental and essential job on the planet. Success in agriculture doesn't come without challenges. Along with the hard work, the long days and determination that have always been required before, we know your need for expertise and financial assistance is even greater now. And that's why more than ever before, we are working to make a difference. Working with thousands of young and beginning producers who benefit from dedicated financial services, coaching and guidance, education, networking, and mentoring support. Along with our dedication to agriculture, we deliver financial strength, a strength that comes with the capacity to stand by you when times are troubled, to help you grow when the time is right, to be there when we're needed most. We understand your desire to farm and ranch. We believe in your future too. And as a customer-owned lender, we share your commitment for working the land, the pride in producing quality food, and the satisfaction of knowing you make a difference. In agriculture, there comes a time when every young person decides whether he or she wants to farm or ranch. And every day, you'll find us working to help those who do.
Iowa's Secretary of Agriculture, Bill Northey, is a fourth-generation farmer from Spirit Lake, Iowa. Since graduating from Iowa State University in 1981, Secretary Northey has spent time serving as a leader in various organizations, including the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation and the National Corn Growers Association. As Secretary of Agriculture, Northey is committed to traveling to each of Iowa's 99 counties every year to hear from farmers and rural residents that have a passion to grow our state's presence in agriculture. Join me in welcoming a true Iowa farmer and agricultural leader, Secretary Bill Northey.
Well, good morning, FFAers. Great to be with you this morning. Certainly excited to be here, and there's nothing that charges us up so much as to be able to be around smart, energetic folks that are thinking about the future of agriculture. I actually drove back to central Iowa from my farm up in northwest Iowa yesterday. I was up planting corn over the weekend. I've never planted corn this early, so it's a great feeling to be able to get some corn in the ground and have the weather good and soil in good conditions, and you can't help but be excited about what you think that corn crop is going to do. You know, this is the time of year as you think that yield monitor's 200, 210, whatever it's going to be. You know, you can just almost see it as you're sitting there in the planter driving across the field. That promise of the things that have gone into creating that crop. And you think of the changes. Some of us have been around when the technologies weren't as advanced, and I still have to drive my tractor, so I don't have all the bells and whistles on the equipment that I have, but I use some of the latest seed and some of the other technologies that allow me to be able to have the kind of optimism that think I can get that 200 plus bushel corn like we did in our area last year, compared to 130 or 140 bushel corn that I started with 30 years ago. Amazing technologies. Think of what the folks that first settled in Iowa to farm would have thought of what we're doing now. Actually, think of some of us that are, were around farming 30 years ago. Think about the technologies that allow us to have the kind of optimism when we put this crop in the ground. Be able to have a planter that senses how soft the soil is, and you can have down pressure, up pressure on that seed unit to be able to make sure that seed gets exactly 1 3/4 or 2 inches deep in the ground. That you have a plant that fights off its bugs and be able to put that fertilizer right where you need it, and later in the season be able to make sure that we can get that fertilizer to the crop that will need it in July, and we don't yet know whether it'll need it in July. We'll be able to get it there with late season nitrogen application. You think of all those things that have allowed us to get to this point, and then your mind can't help but wonder about all those things that will create that 300 or 350 bushel corn in the future. And you can hear some of those things, and you can talk about some of those things, and genetics that maybe isn't even transgenic, but allows us to turn on and off genes within a plant so it can fight off diseases, and be able to have sensors in plants and be able to know right now whether that crop is under stress for nutrients or water, and be able to have ways to apply that late in the season to be able to see it. And whatever part of agriculture you're interested in, you can think about those kinds of things, whether it's animals or other crops, whether it's horticulture crops, whether it's processing technology. The advancements will continue to speed up and will continue to allow us to do more than our share here in Iowa, producing food and lots of other products as well. You know, in Iowa, again, I'm sure it's a safe bet that Iowa will again produce more corn than all but 3 countries in the world. Only the US, China, and Brazil produce more corn than the state of Iowa. And in fact, last year, typically it's been 4 countries produce more soybeans than Iowa. That's the US, Brazil, Argentina, and China produce more soybeans, but last year we produced more soybeans than China. So now there's only 3 countries that produce more soybeans than the state of Iowa. The same is true with pork production, ethanol production. We have egg production that's world-class as well. And you look at across this, we produce so much of what the world needs and values, and we do it in a way that the technology is homegrown here, and some of those future technologies will come from folks in this room. And the exciting future about how we can do a better job, being more productive, being able to have less of a negative impact off the farm, actually improve by putting more of our carbon in the soil and building organic matter and making a more healthy soil, and actually being able to measure it in the future. The sensor technologies, it's an exciting time. Certainly one of the common themes is I run across folks that think about these things a lot is they just wish they had more time to be able to participate in some of these kinds of technologies that you'll all get a chance to be able to participate in. So whatever your part in agriculture, you have to look ahead and say it's an exciting time. And I'm sure there's some advisors and some others that came with you on this trip and may look down the row as well and think, you know, we have lots of crops we produce in Iowa. We certainly produce our crops and our livestock, and those are easy to count, but they look at you the same way. And the things that go into creating that production, creating that future is hard work. It's, you know, somebody just didn't wake up one day and figure out how to put disease technology into plants. They spent a long time at it. It was a lot less glamour early on, and how that built into those kinds of technologies that allow us to do some pretty exciting things. The same way we're going to build our future as well, in the same way that you're doing the kinds of things that build your future. So to be here, to be a part of FFA, to be able to take advantage of the opportunities, to look at somebody else and say, I want to be a little bit more like that person, maybe a little bit less like that person. I'm going to improve what I do and how I participate. You're doing the kinds of things that will create achievement next week, next year, 5 or 10 years from now, heaven forbid, maybe 30 years from now, because of the things that you're doing and learning and participating in right now. So again, thank you for being a part of this great future. Thank you for exciting the rest of us with all the things that are going on and the things that you're going to be able to make happen. We live in exciting times, but I'd argue there's even more exciting times to come because of all of you. So again, have a great rest of the conference, and I look forward to seeing some of you here while I'm here, and many of you in many different opportunities down the road as well. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Secretary Northey, thank you for taking time to educate Iowa FFA members on agriculture and how we can boost our impact for the industry that means so much to the state. Please accept this conference gift as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hashtag Amplify FFA, hashtag IAFFA 16, hashtag FFA Proud, and my favorite of all, hashtag FFA Family. We are constantly showing our pride in the FFA through social media. Hashtags are used to connect with people from all over for a common purpose. Although our pride in Iowa FFA cannot be beat, it is important for us to remember that we are a part of something bigger. The National FFA organization is made up of many state associations that work together to support and grow. The following states are here to celebrate our accomplishments. The Secretary's desk will now read the names of our visiting state FFA members.
From Virginia, Tennessee, South Dakota, Oregon, New Mexico, New Jersey, Nebraska, Mississippi, Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa FFA, please help me giving a warm welcome to those who have come today to help us celebrate all of our accomplishments this year.
Do you ever look back at your childhood and realize that you were a total goofball? For me, that might have been an understatement. See, I was the kid who would rather play with a chemistry kit. I totally rocked the 7th grade science fair, and I spent way too many hours trying to fry an egg on the sidewalk. Thinking back to my childhood, I realized that this next event would have been just for me because it combines two of my favorite things, agriculture and science. These next FFA members amplify with their own impressive scientific research. The Secretary's desk will now read the names of the Agriscience Fair Division winners.
The Iowa FFA is proud to recognize the winners of the 2016 Iowa Agriscience Fair. The Division I winner in the area of Environmental Services Natural Resource Systems is Reagan Zinkula from the Grundy Center FFA chapter. The Division II winner in the area of Animal Systems is Caitlin Goldsmith from the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi. The Division III winners in the area of Plant Systems are Maya Gibson and Peyton Lehman of the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union. The Division 4 winners in the area of Environmental Services, Natural Resource Systems are Anthony Schooling and Justin Bernard from Red Oak. Let's give all of our Agriscience Fair Division winners another round of applause.
What did you say?
Does that part?
I said I love you with Wisconsin. In high school, my favorite FFA activity was a teacher breakfast during National FFA Week. Despite the early morning, I love flipping pancakes, mingling with the faculty, and leaving a bacon aroma drifting down the hallways. Highway cleanup and soup nights to fruit sales and test plots are ways that other chapters amplify by showing excellence in the areas of community, student, and chapter development. Today, we want to recognize these chapters that have gone above and beyond in their local program of activities with the Supreme National Chapter Award Program. Please join us in congratulating these chapters for their hard work and dedication to boosting their impact in the FFA.
The following chapters have earned bronze rating in the Supreme National Chapter Award Program: Belmont-Clemmy, Newton, Starmont. The following chapters have received silver: Central Plains, Monticello, Sibley-Ocheyedan, South Wenatchee, West Central. The following chapters have received gold: AGWSR, Benton Community, Brokaw, Cruston, Decorah, East Buchanan, Indianola, LaPorte Dysart, Marengo, Mid-Prairie, Nashua Plainfield, North Fayette Valley, Olwine, Panorama, Tallcorn, Wapello, Wapsie Valley, Waverly Shell Rock, West Liberty, Westwood, Griswold, Webster City, Vinton-Shellsburg,
FFA chapters across the state persistently work towards improvement and achievement. The chapters before us spent the last year promoting FFA involvement, educating their communities about agricultural issues, and dedicating their time to a life of leadership. These chapters show extreme perseverance and sincere commitment to progress in all areas of their agricultural education programs. We are fortunate to have chapters who exemplify the standard of excellence set forth by our organization and truly represent the ideals of the National FFA organization. The National Chapter Award is split into 3 development areas: community, student, and chapter. It is now time to announce the winners in these 3 areas.
In the area of community development, the winner is the Griswold FFA chapter. Griswold FFA members make a difference in their community by sharing their duties, and 2 other chapters in running a concession stand at the county fair each year. 25% of their profits are donated to the Cass County Fair Board. Many of their members are involved in the fair, and they enjoy giving back to their community. Members have done an outstanding job of encouraging students to recycle at school. Students estimate that they have been able to recycle nearly 500 pounds of paper each month. In addition, Griswold went above and beyond with their Food for America project. Through this project, they educated 128 elementary students about the importance of agriculture and farm safety.
In the area of student development, the winner is the Webster City FFA chapter. Members have the unique opportunity to attend a chapter-sponsored career fair. Many local businesses attend, and students can explore employment opportunities and potential careers. The annual Sheep Show is another example of how the Webster City FFA is committed to exemplary student development. Through this event, students gain knowledge about working with livestock and planning events. The chapter was able to donate money and make a profit with their earnings. In addition, the chapter rewards its members for all their hard work with a ski trip to a lodge in Minnesota. They believe it is important for members to spend time being physically active as well as create a healthy bonding experience.
In the area of chapter development, the winner is the Webster City FFA chapter. They gain their support from the school community through designing homecoming shirts each year. Members gain knowledge about the financial management. Students enjoy showing their school spirit, and the chapter made nearly $6,000 in profit. The Webster City FFA officer team also shows dedication to their chapter by devoting 4 days for their officer retreat. This year, they went sightseeing through the Black Hills while working hard to prepare for their year to come. Increased communication is another reason why the Webster City FFA has superb chapter development. Each month, they also distribute a newsletter to members and parents in order to keep everyone informed.
The winner of the 2016 Supreme National Chapter Award is the Vinton-Shellsburg FFA chapter. Vinton-Shellsburg has done an outstanding job of student development through having all members demonstrate exceptional SAE projects, managing a crop plot, and encouraging leadership activities. A large portion of the chapter was able to get involved through these activities. By having many dedicated students, the chapter has also been able to reach new heights through fundraising and improving communication between members and officers. In addition, Vinton-Shellsburg has made a substantial effort to support their community through educating the public about agriculture, providing lab experiences to community members, and donating their time and money. Let's give another round of applause to your 2016 Supreme National Chapter Award winner, the Vinton-Shellsburg FFA chapter.
Hey Brandon, what's up?
Not much. Just trying to get some money out of this piggy bank. Hashtag broke. Hashtag college life. Hashtag show me the money.
Hashtag word. Have you ever thought about just selling your piggy bank? Hashtag ninja pig. Hashtag.
I don't know if I could sell Leo. But you know what all this talk about pigs makes me hungry for?
What?
Hashtag bacon.
I love me some bacon. Hashtag hickory, hashtag smoky, hashtag crispy.
Wait, you're hashtag Team Crispy?
Yeah. Hashtag Team Crispy, hashtag Crispy Crunch.
Hashtag Team Chewy all the way. Hashtag Team Chewy, hashtag Chewbacca, hashtag
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 Yeah, I'm gonna let you think what you want, but at least we can agree on one thing.
What's that?
Iowa is pretty great at producing bacon. Hashtag we on top. Hashtag we number one.
Hashtag true.
From the cornfields of southeast Iowa, in a town of 300, a very lively and sassy little girl has flourished into an outstanding young lady. Our childhood consisted of a multitude of activities, from playing Barbies
to riding and wrecking four-wheelers,
to the three of us raising bucket calves and participating in many athletics. She has proven to always be a very active individual.
The same can be said for her involvement within our community and school. From her combined love for sports, Christian youth groups, and FFA, she leads by example and is continually offering advice, guidance, and support to younger generations. She has developed an unwavering faith and love for helping others through mission trips and community events, which shines each day through her desire to passionately serve others.
FFA has taken her from the shy little girl who hated having her picture taken or standing in front of a very small crowd to the confident young woman who stands up to serve others each and every day with a smile and a humbled heart. And so today, we proudly present to you our sister
and your State Secretary,
Kayla Kaalberg.
Cause I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. When others say I'll never be enough. And greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. In the world. And greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. Come on.
Iowa FFA, who is exhausted today? Yeah, we got a few. The exhausted pursuit is real. Now, how many of us out there are what we would like to call a tad bit of a perfectionist? Got a few more? Well, you're probably pretty great at organization, and I bet if you were to look at your calendar, each aspect of your life might be color-coded. You spend far too much focus on those minuscule details and tend to overanalyze every situation. Maybe you're a perfectionist when it comes to the perfect backspin on your shot, the flawless smoky eye and contour, or that rust-free truck you drive. In some way or another, your pursuit of perfection is alive and thriving. Take a journey back with me to when I was just 10 years old. My family started this tradition to go spend Christmas down in Florida with my grandparents. Everything here is what I would like to call perfect. We went to Animal Kingdom, got to drive cool golf carts around everywhere, laid by the beach, and most notably, Santa was still coming to visit. So one afternoon, my brother and I had been helping wrap gifts, and I would color code the boxes, and he would stamp on the bows. And naturally, as siblings do, helping meant chasing each other throughout the one-story house, hitting each other as hard as we could with these long cardboard rolls found inside the wrapping paper. Between sword fights and kill shots, our competition grew. Filled with excitement to outrun my brother, I sprinted to the outside patio with all my might to prove to him who the real winner was going to be. Obviously me. But as many of us know, winning a race is never as painless as it seems. As I had shot my final grin at my brother, took my step, got ready, and splat! This glass door was conveniently in the way. Talk about embarrassing. Not only did I just lose to my younger brother, but I just thought I broke my face while ramming in and leaving this pretty solid body mark on a glass door that my grandpa had just shut. While the conspiracy still remains whether he shut the door on purpose or not, he did unknowingly teach me something very special about my long-lived pursuit of perfection. It took me years to figure out, but when I did, everything in my heart slowly started to change. Perfection was no longer about the materials you had, how good you looked, or how well you could perform. And if it was about those things, it only created a false and unrealistic world of what perfection looked like. Realizing this for me was actually only the beginning. It never truly clicked how exhausted and how misguided my pursuit of perfection was until I met someone very special named Shay. Now, this past summer, my youth group ventured out to the beautiful, exotic, and incredible place of Indiana. Let me hear it if you've ever wanted to desperately visit Indiana. Yeah. Oh, we got a few. Okay. Now let me hear it if you've ever wanted to go to the Bahamas or Mexico? Yeah, that's more like it, because when I first got the news broke to me, we were going to Indiana. I was far from excited because all my other friends bragged about their cool destination places to the Bahamas and Mexico, and we were going to Indiana. Not too excited, little disappointed, but packed up my bags, and it was in Indiana where I met this very special girl named Shay. Now, Shay had been living in an old and rundown women's shelter we served at that week. And each day, as we had been restoring the curb appeal of the shelter, she would come outside and share with us her life story. At 19 years old, she had been kicked out of her house, hardly saw an education, didn't have any money or a job, and deeply, deeply struggled to find any form of self-worth. She knew that others had considered her to be an outcast and deeply feared that people would judge her because of the things that she had gone through. Yeah, Shay didn't have the perfect, nice car, the expensive clothing, or that well-put-together family. Shay felt abandoned, lost. She felt like she was never good enough. But despite everything happening in her life, she knew she had to do something to change, to better herself and her situation. Take a step back with me here. Could you imagine meeting someone for the first time today and sharing with them your whole entire life story? The good, the bad, the times filled with joy and laughter, and those times filled with deep shame and regret. What strength that would take to be vulnerable, honest with that true self, and trust in those around you. Shay's life was far from those high standards that we hold perfection in today. And if we were to judge her like we normally do through our materials, our possessions, she knew she stood no chance at being perfect. But despite one door closing after another in Shay's life, her pursuit of perfection was still alive. Her pursuit of her perfection. Because to Shay, perfection wasn't about the materials she had or hiding her true self, because she'd be embarrassed about her past and the things that she couldn't control. Perfection was about finding joy in those simple moments that she shared with the people she so deeply cared for. Perfection was a gift, not an accomplishment. You see, perfection is unique. It's something filled with such great power and importance in our mind that we continuously chase it beyond all measures just to feel accepted. Maybe we strive to have that perfect Photoshop body or to play that air-free game. Maybe we think in order to be successful, we have to be in first place and win the title. Or maybe we keep exhaustedly searching for that perfect friend, perfect situation, and perfect environment that only leaves us feeling disappointed and dissatisfied. Just like Shay, it's so easy to get caught up in the fear that we just aren't good enough. We think we aren't pretty enough, smart enough, rich enough, or thin enough. And we think those things determine if we're successful and perfect enough. And because of that, we create false worlds of perfection, worlds that we can never happily live in because there's no room for us to just be human. And through all of this striving, life is passing us by. The pursuit of perfection is robbing us from the joys of simply living in a worn, messy, but miraculous world. We can't always control our situations. We can't always hide our faults. And we can't always choose when one door will close and when we hit it face first. But we can choose how we react to those situations and how we strive for perfection. We can stop chasing the unrealistic, unfulfilling, and exhausting lifestyle that perfection provides and do something to better ourselves. We can change our thinking, we can be vulnerable with others, and we can trust in something so much greater than ourselves to gift us with those moments of pure joy and perfection. FFA members, will you find perfection in your materials or in your experiences? In the front that you build for your own personal protection, or in the joy in your heart from the moments that you share with those people that you so deeply care for? Will you be happy finding perfection in who you are, with your own faults, your mistakes, and your embarrassments? FFA members, find perfection in who you are and in the moments that you so deeply care for with the people that you share them with. And win your exhausted pursuit. Thank you.
Nope. Just wait.
Well, Amanda and I got a tad distracted the other night and made up a pretty cool rap for y'all. Now this is a story all about how 33 farm boys started it all. We'd like to take this session to stand right here and tell y'all being an FFA will take you somewhere. Okay, Amanda. I still think my rap is pretty rad, but this next step will tap into your head.
a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Yeah, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
To our families, you've been with us every step of the way.
Through the good times and bad, you have wrapped us in your unconditional love.
You constantly put our hopes and dreams before your own.
And have taught us how to stand tall in the most challenging of moments.
The morals and values that you've instilled within us have guided us on this walk of life.
And have filled our hearts with the almighty truth.
You see all of our potential, even when we may not.
And always offer a soft smile and an encouraging word.
But most importantly, we love you more than you can imagine, and we thank you for shaping us into the people we are today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce you to two of my biggest supporters, my mom and dad, Brad and Jody Baier. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my two biggest supporters and my rocks, my parents, Corey Kaalberg and Chris Kaalberg. Please help me in welcoming two of the most loving and hardworking individuals that I adore most, my parents, birthday boy Steve and Linda Dolch.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to introduce to you my parents and biggest role models, Matt and Deanie Anderson.
My lovely parents, Stephen and Joyce Hamilton.
Please help me in welcoming my parents, Heather Burley and Rob Burley.
FFA members, let's give a warm FFA welcome to my parents, Terry Hansen, John, and Kim Kleesner.
Please give a warm FFA welcome to my parents, Larry and Joanne Tupper.
FFA members, please help me in giving a warm welcome to the two goofiest people I know, my parents, Jim and Sandra Russ.
FFA member, parents, grandparents, and other family members, please stand to be recognized for your continuous and unconditional support of our FFA members. FFA members, let's give a really loud, warm Iowa welcome to our family members. Whether you enjoy shopping for hours, downloading the latest iTunes, or going to a delicious restaurant, please stop by the career fair so that you could win gift cards to some of these fantastic places.
Over this past week, numerous top-notch FFA members have been anxiously awaiting the results of state officer interviews. On Tuesday, they traveled to Ankeny to show off their knowledge of FFA, leadership, and agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming the 2016 Iowa FFA State Officer candidates.
Good morning. My name is Alyssa Dean, and I'm from the Griswold FFA chapter.
Good morning, my name is Anna Brooks and I'm from the Muscatine FFA chapter.
Hello, I'm Blake Limeweaver and I'm from the Okoboji FFA chapter.
Hey guys, my name is Chase Kuzel and I'm from the Benton Community FFA chapter.
Good morning, my name is Christian Loffman and I am proudly representing the Indianola FFA chapter.
Good morning, I'm Cole Moody and I'm from the LaPorte Dysart FFA chapter.
Good morning. My name is Elise Spicey, and I'm from the West Liberty FFA chapter.
My name is Emily Zeronis, and I'm from the Baxter FFA chapter.
I'm Grace Runs, and I'm from the West Lyon FFA chapter.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haley Carlson, and I'm from the Atlantic FFA chapter.
Hi, I'm Jenny Peterson from the Melcher Dallas FFA chapter.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Cook, and I am from the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter.
Good morning, FFA members. My name is Libby Fisher, and I'm from the Northland FFA chapter.
Good morning, I'm Michaela Hartle from the Central City FFA chapter.
Hello everyone, I'm Nathan Arthur and I'm from the Sumner Fredericksburg FFA chapter.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Clark and I'm from the Newton FFA chapter.
My name is Savannah Keitzer, and I'm from the Mediapolis FFA chapter.
My name is Stacy Nims, and I'm from the Sioux Central FFA chapter.
Good morning, FFA members. My name is Victoria Butt, and I'm from the Iowa Falls Alden FFA chapter.
What's up, FFA members? I am Zach Hoffman from the Crescent FFA chapter.
Hi guys, I'm Zach Hamilton and I'm from the Northeast Goose Lake FFA chapter.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Zoe Shook, and I'm from the Guthrie Center Tiger FFA chapter.
Let's give all our 2016 state officer candidates another round of applause.
return of the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Grown music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you.
Growing up, April meant two things for the Dolch family: the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference and calving season. With one hand on the box of tagging materials and the other around my dad's waist, we would ride through the back pastures on our farm in search of the newborn calf and its mama. Countless hours and resources were invested in my cow-calf operation, and these next members have done no less in their experiential learning. They have gone above and beyond the required work and have become truly passionate and proficient at what they do. Let's congratulate these FFA members on their astounding supervised agricultural experience projects, as well as thanking the sponsors for their generous support of the Iowa FFA.
Come on in, the water's fine. Just idle on over and toss us a line. Fast tractors, mail liners, and a party barge strung together like a floating trailer park. Anchored out and getting loud all summer long. Side by side, there's 5 houseboat front porches, astroturf lawn chairs and tiki torches. Regular Joes.
Through the Iowa FFA Foundation, the Iowa FFA is proud to recognize members who have shown excellence in 24 proficiency areas with the supervised agricultural experience programs.
In the area of agricultural communications, sponsored by the Iowa Farmer Today, our winner is Emily Campbell of the Audubon FFA chapter. Campbell earned $900 while committing 190 hours to eCampbell web designs by helping ag business owners and organizations advertise their unique enterprises using the latest technology. She has been able to successfully market and grow her web business by utilizing appropriate techniques to determine the strengths, weaknesses, and inconsistencies in a business plan, as well as relate these to risk management skills. Campbell plans to attend Iowa State University to major in agricultural studies. Gabby Power from the Wapsie Valley FFA chapter at Fairbank received second.
The winner in the area of agricultural education sponsored by Iowa State University Agricultural Education and Studies is Caitlin Isbell of the Vinton-Shellsburg FFA chapter. Over the past 4 years, Isbell has worked a total of 316 hours at Vinton-Shellsburg High School. She gained skills through teaching 3rd and 4th graders, being involved in community day projects, and created an interactive barn, complete with petting zoo and interactive displays. Following high school, Isbell would like to become an agricultural education instructor. Cassidy Kuhlman from the Wapsie Valley FFA chapter received runner-up.
Jordan Flick of the New Hampton FFA chapter is the winner in the area of agricultural mechanics design and fabrication, sponsored by CF Industries. Flick has earned $24,204 by committing over 2,500 hours towards his project. Through his time and dedication, he has developed unique skills, which include using geospatial technology in agricultural applications. In the future, Flick plans to graduate from Iowa State University with a degree in agricultural engineering. The second place winner is Eric Vischer of Boyden Hull.
In the area of ag mechanics repair and maintenance entrepreneurship sponsored by the Van Wall Equipment, our winner is Wyatt Samuelson of the LaPorte Dysart FFA. Samuelson spent many hours restoring his 1954 Allis-Chalmers WD-45 in preparation to show at the Iowa State Fair. He used repair and operator manuals to assist in his project, but his skills in MIG welding and wiring helped to complete the restoration. Samuelson plans to attend Iowa State University and major in agricultural systems and technology. Marcella Bruns from the Cascade FFA chapter received second.
The winner in the area of ag mechanics repair and maintenance placement, sponsored by Kuhn North America, is Michael Walvan of North Fayette Valley at West Union. Over 4 years, Walvan has worked more than 4,000 hours while successfully investing over $50,000. He has learned to diagnose and repair electrical power systems in agricultural environments by following plans and wiring electrical panels. Walvan plans to continue his education at Northeast Iowa Community College, where he will be enrolled in the Industrial Electrical program. Harrison Jeebers from Ridgeview is the runner-up in this area.
Rebecca Van Regenmorter of the West Lyon at Inwood is the winner in the area of agricultural process, sponsored by the Iowa Corn Growers Association. Through her SAE, Rebecca has learned the importance of food safety and the quality practices that are necessary for consumer safety. She also learned to properly manage the equipment and facilities that were available to her under her operation. After high school, Rebecca plans to continue her education and attend a 4-year university majoring in agricultural business. The second place winner is Sydney Stender of the Midland at Wyoming.
In the area of agricultural sales entrepreneurship sponsored by United Suppliers, our winner is Eli Slowa of Midland FFA chapter at Wyoming. Eli makes and sells custom woodworking projects. What started as 148 sign became 53 projects sold in 2015. He has developed the ability to manage his time between his many projects as well as school and other activities. Eli plans to attend Kirkwood Community College and major in agricultural business. Haley Schmitz from the Nashua Plainfield FFA chapter is second in this area. Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
My favorite FFA memory was being able to participate in the National FFA Band.
Attending the Washington Leadership Conference.
Flying down to Haiti and building houses with the FFA to Haiti project.
National Convention.
Trip to South Africa.
Ushering at the Iowa State Fair.
My advisor driving down a one-way the wrong way.
Winning the state extemporaneous speaking contest.
Showing livestock at the Iowa State Fair.
If I was asked to describe my FFA advisor in one word, I would say nuts.
Hyper enthusiastic.
Insane.
Goofy.
Cats.
Supportive. Irreplaceable.
Devoted.
Passionate.
It's hard to beat a person that never gives up. A quote from Babe Ruth and words that seem to suit what Erica lives by. Growing up, I have to admit she was rather intimidating. Whether we were playing dolls, riding four-wheelers, or watching her post up low down in basketball while only a whopping 5 feet 4 inches tall, I have always wanted to be just like her.
You don't always have to be in the lead if you have the heart to come from behind. Another quote that seemed to suit Erica quite perfectly. Whether it was on the cross-country court, farming, or dressed up in her heels and blue corduroy, Erica gracefully puts her heart into everything that she does. I was blessed enough to spend countless amount of hours with Erica through sports, FFA, and sharing our faith together. With her contagious laugh and positive energy, Erica serves as a true inspiration for all of us. It is my pleasure to introduce to you one of my best friends.
And my older sister, drum roll please.
Your 2015-2016 South Central State Vice President, Erica Baier.
And determined to demolish anything that stood in my way. While other girls in my 5th grade class were busy memorizing the latest Hannah Montana songs and making sure their High School Musical shirts were on point, I was humming to myself, "Gonna Fly Now," my hero Rocky Balboa's theme song, and thinking about how my soccer team was gonna win our upcoming game. It was a day like any other, having hopped off the bus at about 4 p.m. to catch the latest episode of Arthur. As the episode was ending, my mom announced to my sisters and I that we would shortly be having a family meeting outside. Now, I also had recently just watched an episode of America's Funniest Home Videos where the parents tell their kids the news that they're going to Disney World. Thinking this was surely the case, I sprinted outside with all my might, ready to hear my life-changing news. Just then, my parents emerged from the doorway as my sisters and I started snickering about all the possibilities that Disney World had for us. My mom began to open her mouth as I shot a slight grin over to my sister. But the words that fell out of her mouth did not spell Disney World. My world had suddenly been flipped upside down like the roller coaster at Disney World I had longed for. Once my parents finished explaining what was going to be going on for the next couple weeks, I took off to our shed sprinting. I fired up our John Deere 425 mower as if I was entering a tractor pull and sped off with RPMs up full blast, ready to cut my lawn. I had seen the movies and I had heard the stories before, but those 4 words were unfathomable for my 10-year-old self. As I continued to dodge the pine trees in the front yard, I became increasingly angry. I was mad at myself, I was mad at my parents, and I was mad at God. Somewhere in the midst of 2 hours, I finally ran out of grass to cut. But this time, as I stepped off the mower, something had changed. My heart had turned bitter at the sound of those 4 words my mom dropped on us like a bombshell. Your dad has cancer. Over the next couple months, it seemed almost routine for my dad to have his highs and lows while on the highest form of chemotherapy. My soccer team had had a winning season, but it personally felt like I continued to lose. Finally, on January 6th, my mom and dad made the trek up to Mayo Clinic for my dad to have surgery and hopefully kick his cancer goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that as of this January, my dad is 8 years cancer-free. Now, a lot of time has passed in between the 5th grade and high school, and I've grown up quite a bit. You see, my lawnmower has turned into my blue truck, and my duties of mowing the lawn has transferred into helping deliver that good old FFA fruit. I remember sitting there in my ag class days leading up until when our fruit finally came in, and my ag teachers would just harp on us about how important it was for us to deliver our fruit on time. And let me tell you, I did not want to feel the wrath of Mr. Irving and Mr. Fitzgerald for not following those orders. You see, generally speaking, our ag teachers just want their shops back in working order, but there is some actual scientific evidence behind delivering fruit quickly, believe it or not. You see, the apples that we deliver are full of sugar, and when that apple is not refrigerated, that sugar turns into starch, making the apple bitter. Similar to the choice of refrigerating apples or not, we have a choice in each one of our lives to become better or to go bitter. Over this past year, I've had a lot of time on the road and a lot of time to think in between FFA activities. But there is one question that always seemed to remain in my mind. It was the question of, why was my dad not bitter? So finally, this winter, I summoned up the courage to sit down and ask my dad my burning question. His response to me was, well, I was scared just like anybody would have been in that situation. But I quickly realized that this challenge was given to me for a reason, and I was gonna become a victor and not a victim. He went on to say that when you put your trust in the Lord, there will never be a tragic ending. It occurred to me that in that moment, my dad was like a living version of my childhood hero, Rocky Balboa. I mean, of course, he didn't have the boxing gloves and the deep voice yelling, "Adrian!" but rather something from within. A determination so strong that nothing could shake their focus in a heart of a fighter whose odds were stacked against. In fact, it was a quote from Rocky that would ultimately turn my heart from being bitter into becoming better again. And it goes like this. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. FFA members, each one of us have circumstances in our lives that we can't control. For some, it might be a family member or friend fighting a life-threatening disease. For others, it might be dealing with divorced parents, a tattered friendship, or the fear of failure that is keeping our hearts unhappy. But you don't always have to be in the lead if you have the heart to come from behind. So it's your choice. Become better or go bitter. Are you going to keep moving forward?
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned up. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll go my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left.
Is everyone, who's all here, you know?
So this is ag sales, Agriscience,
Nice job.
dairy production.
Okay, that was another long one. Okay.
Don't you feel good now?
How you doing? Hunter Hamilton.
Nice to meet you.
Corey? Is that right?
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
It's been said that it takes over 10,000 hours to develop a talent. When I think of talented individuals, a few come to mind. Amelia Earhart for being the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, George Strait for earning 60 #1 hits, and Gabrielle Douglas for becoming the first American gymnast to win gold in both individual all-around and team competitions in the same Olympic Games. We're fortunate to have some of that unique talent to share with you all this morning right here in Iowa. Please help me welcome our Iowa FFA Idol runner-up, Miss Kennedy Plowman from the Adair Casey FFA chapter.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the
Thank you.
It is now time to announce the next group of Proficiency Awards for this session, sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation. Let's direct our attention to the stage. The winner in the area of Ag Sales Placement, sponsored by Dakin Ag Equipment, is Corey Bebout of the Brokaw FFA chapter at Clarinda. Corey has earned $20,000 by working over 2,000 hours in her SAE. Within her project, she has developed many skills that are critical to developing and maintaining a business. These skills include identifying business inconsistencies and applying the appropriate management techniques. Bebout plans to attend Iowa State University and study agricultural education to pursue a teaching degree. Courtney Nordheim from the Decorah FFA chapter is the runner-up in this area.
The winner in the area of agriculture services, sponsored by the Landis Cooperative, is Riley Rickers of the Central Plains at Gowrie FFA chapter. Since 2012, Riley has accumulated over 2,200 hours while earning roughly $32,000 in his SAE. The career experience he has obtained was gained through learning the proper use and care of tools and services. Riley is currently attending Iowa Central Community College and studying diesel mechanics with the hopes of someday owning his own diesel shop. Ray Kurt from the Cascade FFA chapter is runner-up in this area.
In the area of Agriscience Research Plant Systems, sponsored by Mid-Prairie FFA chapter at Wellman, our winner is Trygve Lyon of the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kelmar. He has spent more than 250 hours conducting 3 comprehensive agronomic research studies. He's evaluated corn fertilization systems, intensive corn management, and intensive soybean management. Lyon plans to pursue a career in agronomy. Samantha Reichs from the New Hampton FFA chapter is second in this area.
The winner in the area of beef production entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation, is Andrew Palmersheim of the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi. Over the past 3 years, Andrew has gone from 17 head to 27 head of cattle. Andrew is skilled in building relationships with others and enhancing his knowledge of financial services, which have led him to being able to take out a loan. In addition, he has been certified as an artificial insemination. Palmersheim plans to attend a 2-year college and expand his cow-calf herd operation. Grace Renz from the West Line at Inwood FFA chapter is runner-up in this area.
Blair Bennis of the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter is the winner in the area of beef production placement, sponsored by the Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation. Bennis has worked over 1,800 hours by caring, feeding, and breeding her family's beef cows. By completing these tasks, she has been able to gain knowledge in calculating feed rations and implementing disease prevention programs. She has also learned how to apply specific scientific strategies as she strives to make sound breeding selections. After high school, Bennis plans to attend Iowa State University and major in animal science. The second place winner is Kelly Deemer of the Sumner Fredericksburg FFA chapter.
In the area of dairy production entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Accelerated Genetics, our winner is Caleb Cruzy of the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi. Caleb currently operates a partnership between him and his brothers that consists of 32 head of dairy cows and heifers. One of the most important parts of his project has been developing the best genetics for his herd by using artificial insemination and embryo technology. In addition, he has conducted marketing research to determine strategies to sell embryos throughout the United States and to several foreign countries. Cruzy plans to attend Kaskaskia College and major in ag business. Matthew Appler from the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union receives second.
The winner in the area of dairy production placement, sponsored by Foremost Farms USA, is Nathan Arthur of the Sumner Fredericksburg FFA chapter. Over the past 4 years, Nathan has worked a total of 3,875 paid and unpaid hours, earning $16,000 on the family farm. He gained skills in managing a 125 head dairy operation, which includes sanitation and genetic selection through the use of artificial insemination. Nathan plans to attend Iowa State University, studying dairy science. Ethan Menhe of the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union is the runner-up in this area.
Spencer Peck of the Sarma at Arlington FFA chapter is the winner in the area of diversified ag production placement, sponsored by Hertz Farm Management. Spencer currently dedicates over 600 hours on the family farm and for a local ag service provider. He experienced the most growth in areas of ag service and communication, and he has developed his love for agriculture and natural resources. Peck is pursuing a degree in ag engineering with an emphasis on soil and water management at Iowa State University. The second place winner is Kelwin Knobloch of the West Lyon FFA chapter at Inwood. Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
Otherwise, sit tight and be nice and quit your honking and be that away. 'Cause I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. Hey, that's what I make. I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working.
Each year, GROWMARK Incorporated sponsors an essay contest with a topic pertaining to agriculture. Students were asked to submit their essay to GROWMARK, located in Bloomington, Illinois. To help us recognize the top 5 individuals, it is our pleasure to have with us GROWMARK representative, Miss Karen Jones.
The runners-up of the GROWMARK essay contest are Evan Boss of the North Lynn FFA chapter at Troy Mills, Emily Hugan of the Diamond Trail FFA at Monroe, Mara Weiss of East Union at Afton, and Taylor Westling of the Greene County FFA at Jefferson. And the winner of the 2016 GROWMARK essay contest is Trigby Lyon of the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar. Help us in congratulating the GROWMARK essay contest winners.
Miss Jones, We thank you and GROWMARK for all of the continued support that you have shown the Iowa FFA Association. Without supporters like you to help boost members' impact, we would not be able to do what we do. I am pleased to present you with this gift to show our appreciation.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, milk cows, work all day in the fields, milk cows again, eat supper, then go to town and stay past midnight at a meeting of the school board. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody willing to sit up all night with a newborn colt and watch it die, then dry his eyes and say, maybe next year. I need somebody who can shape an axe handle from a persimmon sprout, shoe a horse with a hunk of car tire, who can make harness out of hay, wire, feed sacks, and shoe scraps, who planting time and harvest season will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, and then painting from tractor back put in another 72 hours. So God made a farmer. God said, I need somebody strong enough to clear trees and heave bales, yet gentle enough to yean lambs and wean pigs and tend the pink-combed pullets, who will stop his mower for an hour to splint the broken leg of a meadowlark. So God made a farmer. It had to be somebody who'd plow deep and straight and not cut corners, somebody to seed, weed, feed, breed, and rake and disc and plow and plant and tie the fleece and strain the milk, somebody who'd bale a family together with the soft, strong bonds of sharing, who would laugh and then sigh and then reply with smiling eyes when his son says that he wants to spend his life doing what Dad does. So God made a farmer.
Whether we were sneaking out of classes to visit Mrs. Mahoney, missing school to attend FFA contests, conventions, and other events, or staying after school to attempt to do homework, we spent a lot of time together. Maybe even too much time, when Hunter wouldn't ever let us live down any embarrassing moment we had or any comment that he took offensive. Hunter is always the one that could make us laugh and is a wealth of knowledge for anything, even the most random things. Hunter knows how to turn your bad day into a good one.
Being Hunter's ag teacher, I know that Hunter is also capable of turning a good day into a bad one. For example, the day that Hunter graduated and I realized I wouldn't have him in class anymore. When I started teaching, Hunter was a freshman, and in that time, he taught me just as much as I taught him. And right now, he's probably thinking, no, Mahoney, I taught you more than you taught me. I can't wait for Hunter to have one of his own ag students to turn out to be just like him, so then he'll understand what he put me through.
Hunter has a great passion for the FFA and the agriculture community, and we know how much he has truly enjoyed serving you in the past year. It has been a great pleasure to be alongside Hunter these past 5 years, and we are looking forward to seeing the impact he'll continue to make. We would now like to introduce you to my best friend,
and my favorite ukulele playing, Hawaiian shirt wearing, and future ag teacher,
as he delivers his retiring address,
your 2015-2016 Southeast State Vice President, Hunter Catfish Hamilton.
Let's hear it for that mustache one more time, right?
So I know you might hate me for doing this, but I'm gonna open up the yearbook once again. My favorite time during high school was homecoming week. Everyone was excited for the big game on Friday night, and on Saturday, we were gonna boogie down at the dance. But my favorite part about homecoming week, hands down, had to be the dress-up days. People would come in with these crazy, quirky, and some even bizarre costumes. Surprise, I was one of those people. I remember walking into school on the Friday of my senior year, and instead of wearing my school colors of black and gold, I was cloaked in a white bedsheet. My principal said, "Catfish, what are you doing? Today is Spirit Day." I then responded, "I know it's Spirit Day. Why do you think I'm dressed as a ghost?" So you might say I'm a little odd, and you're not wrong. But for me, being a tad off is one of my proudest qualities. Because why would you want to be normal? Because when I think of normal, I think of boring. Normal people are the ones who wake up, eat, work, sleep, repeat. They stick to this routine day after day after day. Boring. Not once do they step up and take action toward a hidden passion or dream, unlike my friend Jappy, who does just that. You see, this past year, I had the amazing opportunity to travel to the beautiful country of South Africa with the FFA. We have a lot of South Africans in the crowd. Thank you very much. Almost every day in South Africa, our group would travel from farm to farm, viewing the very diverse agricultural industry. The main enterprises in South Africa are maize, or corn for you Iowa folks, cattle, wheat, and fruit farms. One day, our behemoth of a bus turns onto this dirt path. As we get off the bus, we are introduced to one of the most interesting men I've ever met, Jappy. You see, Jappy is different because instead of growing one of the main commodities, Jappy grows flowers. Oh, hold on. These aren't just flowers. No. Jappy grows the national flower of South Africa, the King Protea. He starts showing off his pride and joy, showing off all the different varieties of the Protea flower that he proudly grows. After the tour, he sits us down. And out of nowhere, he starts to give us a motivational speech. Now, hold on. Now, if you're thinking that this is one of those speeches that inspirational music starts to play and the lights start to dim, Jappy has one of the strongest South African accents, and he likes to ramble a bit. Honestly, we were just lost. Even though we were struggling to follow along with this speech, suddenly a line comes out of his mouth that no one was expecting. Normal people aren't successful. You see, Jappy wanted to be a farmer and could have easily started in a normal crop, but Jappy loves flowers, and he was the only one stopping himself from following what he loved. Jappy took a risk because Jappy is weird. Now, one of my favorite things about the FFA that I've realized throughout my time is that it is filled with weird people. From our crazy members to our wacky advisors, there we go. The FFA is weird. But that is my favorite part about this great organization. When I was a freshman, I remember being shy and not very outspoken. But it was when I applied to be an Iowa State Fair grandstand usher, it all changed. I was introduced to the weirdest members I have ever met. They were full of quirkiness, enthusiasm, but most importantly, authenticity. These members created an environment for me to be me. I walked into the Iowa State Fair that day as quiet little Hunter Hamilton, but walked out as some goofy guy that everyone called Catfish. Through FFA, I found my path by stepping out of my comfort zone. Now, let's talk about you. How many of you have been laughed at when started talking about your dreams? How many of you didn't join that club in your high school because it wasn't the cool thing to do? How many of you didn't take that opportunity to follow your passion because you were worried about the unexpected? So tell me, why are we afraid to be called weird? Because as FFA members, we are frequently called the future leaders of our generation because we are the ones that use our different passions to connect to one another. And we are the new innovators. Just as Joppy said, normal people aren't successful. FFA members, it's simple. Don't be afraid to be you. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do and follow your dreams. Iowa FFA, let's get weird. God bless.
We about the action, honor, integrity, boost up your impact, up into infinity, electrify your voice, speak out, crank it up until it leaves no doubt.
Sprint into a life where we never settle. Getting to the next level. Boost your impact, be influential. Make ourselves known and show them our potential.
Amplify our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify. FFA. Amplify our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify.
Start reading. It is now time to announce the final group of Proficiency Award winners for this session sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation. Let's direct our attention to the stage. The winner in the area of Diversified Crop Production Entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Mintex Citrus Incorporated, is Joshua Carlson of the Central Plains FFA chapter at Gallery. Joshua started with 10 acres of hay ground and has since diversified his operation to 260 acres of corn, soybeans, and hay. He learned the importance of building good relationships with landowners, bankers, and agronomists, all while managing technical inputs required to produce a quality grain crop. After high school, Carlson plans to attend Iowa State University and earn a degree in agriculture before returning to the family farm. The second place winner is Kale Pellet of the Atlantic FFA chapter.
In the area of diversified crop production placement, sponsored by Legend Seed, our winner is Chase Jans of the Benton Community FFA chapter at Van Horn. Having the ability to work independently and the knowledge to accomplish tasks have allowed Chase to work with his grandfather on a 560-acre row crop farm. Jans also obtained his CDL in order to haul crops for his customers. He plans to return to the farm after high school in hopes of expanding the operation. Colin Fines from the Easton Valley at Preston receives second.
The winner in the area of diversified horticulture, sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation, is Felicia Fair of the Hawkeye FFA chapter at West Bend. To date, Felicia has committed close to 1,500 hours of work for a total of $11,443 in earnings. She spent her time expanding her horticulture knowledge, as well as built confidence as a result of her decision-making skills. Felicia has developed responsibility and independence in addition to immensely improving her public speaking skills. Fair plans to continue working. Haley Dahlfeld from the West Liberty FFA chapter is runner-up in this area.
Justin Swanton of Northeast FFA at Goose Lake is the winner in the area of diversified livestock production, sponsored by Kent Nutrition Group. Swanton started with a livestock herd of 5 ewes, which has since grown to 10 ewes. He has also added 2 breeding heifers to the enterprise. He has learned a lot of livestock-related skills, which include making good mating selections and taking proper care of his show livestock. After high school, Swanton plans to attend Iowa State University and double major in animal science and ag business before pursuing vet school. The second place winner is Rebecca Barton of DeWitt Central.
The winner in the area of environmental science and natural resources management, sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation, is Alejandro Koenig of the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar. Koenig obtained the skill to calculate soil grade to precisely install tile lines. In addition, he was able to find and locate existing tile lines. Cade Burma from the Boone A&M FFA chapter is runner-up in this area.
The winner in the area of equine science entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa State University Block and Bridle Club, is Peyton Jean Shares of the Wapsie Valley FFA at Fairbank. Shares has earned over $4,000 from her project by buying, training, and selling 6 miniature horses and 1 quarter horse. Throughout that process, she has also been able to develop her horse's skills and her own skills in contests like barrel racing. Shares plans to attend college to study equine veterinary medicine. Katie Klingensmith from the West Line FFA chapter at Inwood is the runner-up in this area.
David Trum of the Cascade FFA chapter is the winner in the area of forage production, sponsored by Caterpillar Dealers of Iowa. Over the past 2 years, Trum has operated his family baling business and improved his operation by baling more bales per hour, as well as developing an automatic oiling system for his equipment. After high school, Chum plans to attend Iowa State University, majoring in agriculture business, and someday returning to the family baling operation. The second place winner is Christopher Knutson of the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar.
Justin Bartling of the AGWSR FFA chapter at Ackley is the winner in the area of swine production placement, sponsored by Hog Slat Midwest Division. Bartling has successfully earned $18,140 from his 3,246 hours of experience. Through his swine enterprise, he has provided proper nutrition and feed rations for his hogs. In addition, he's mastered all aspects of the operation, from gestation and farrowing. After high school, Bartling plans to continue his involvement with his swine operation and attend Kirkwood Community College for agricultural production. The second place winner in this area is Evan Gibbs of the Cascade FFA chapter. Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
Don't forget that Agriculture Proficiency Award winners and sponsors luncheon will be held immediately following this session behind the stage. All first and second place winners are invited to attend with their sponsor and the major conference sponsors of the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference.
Daddy spent his life looking up at the sky. He cussed, kicked the dust, saying, son, it's way too dry. The clouds up in the city, the weather.
Whew, what a game. Great job, Michaela.
You too, Amanda. Way to hustle on defense. We dribbled through members' impressive proficiency awards, cheered on chapters who didn't pass up the opportunity to assist in their communities, and brought home the W after hearing from Secretary of Agriculture, Mr. Bill Northey, on how we can boost our impact in the FFA.
Exactly. But just because the game is over doesn't mean the excitement has to stop. We still have plenty of opportunities for you to show off your skills. Condition your premier leadership by attending one of our workshops, attend another session to work on your personal growth, and ensure career success by hitting up the career show. Today, we've seen how members amplify FFA all across the state. As we continue on with this conference, let's show Hilton what magic is all about.
Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have just one announcement at this time. The Agricultural Proficiency Award winners and sponsored luncheon will be held behind the stage following this session. All first and second place proficiency winners and award proficiency sponsors are invited to attend.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this, the second general session of the 88th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
We lead with our voice, amplify, crank it up, soar it into greatness. There's no such thing as loud enough. We lead with our voice, amplify, crank it up, soar it into greatness. Ain't no such thing as loud enough.
Stand up and get loud. Speak up, speak out. Reach up and take hold. Surge into a life that is bold.
Amplify, our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify, FFA. Amplify, our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify.
Attention in the arena, if we could clear sections 133 and 134, that would help us get set for the next session. Again, please clear sections 133 and 134. Thank you.
We about the action, honor, integrity. Boost up your impact, up into infinity. Electrify your voice, speak out. Crank it up until it leaves no doubt.
Sprint into a life where we never settle. Of getting to the next level. Boost your impact, be influential. Make ourselves known and show them our potential.
Amplify, our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify, FFA. Amplify, our goals, our life, our voice. Amplify. Electrify your voice, speak out. Crank it up until it leaves no doubt. Amplify, our goals, our life.